You know no-code app builders are great, but what happens when you actually need the code? That's when the uphill battle starts. You're locked into the platform and every change costs credits. Well, the Emergent App Builder aims to change that because from the very first prompt, you can view, copy, edit, and export the generated code. Sounds too good to be true? Well, with this Emergent AI review, I'll see if it's genuinely a good platform to try out, or if it's just another polished demo with pretty marketing. Right off the bat, the account creation process is free and super simple. You can use the link in the description, sign up, and start testing your first idea with me. Once you've signed up, it's time for the prompt. Now, I'll be honest, I'm doing this video not just for the sake of this Emergent AI tutorial, but also for myself. You see, my wonderful team helps me film cybersecurity conferences, and whenever we travel, it's not just the cameras we have to keep track of, it's the lights, the batteries, the cables. So you can imagine how nightmarish it is to keep track of who takes what and what goes where. That's why I want to see whether Emergent can build a simple app that tracks who has each item, where it is, and whether anything is missing. This way, the Emergent AI app will have actual functionality, which in turn will make it easier to judge. Once the prompt is written, you'll have the option to build either a web app or a mobile app. For the sake of this Emergent AI review, I'll go ahead with the web app. We spend most of our time editing on the computer anyway, so it'll just be more convenient. In case you don't feel like writing or just don't want to type everything out, don't worry. The AI app builder allows you to input your ideas via a voice message instead. You can also add files if you have a design reference or an example interface. As you can see here, after the first prompt, Emergent asks a few follow-up questions before generating the app. At first, this might seem like a small, trivial thing, but by asking questions like who will use it and whether accounts and roles are needed, Emergent aims to save your credits. You see, even some of the best AI app builders usually guess what you need without asking questions, which can force you to regenerate everything and waste precious credits. But you know, creative blocks happen. That's why Emergent also gives you the auto answer option. I tried it and honestly, it gave me some ideas I never even thought about. Another thing I noticed while building my app was how clean everything looks. The dark interface is really minimal, while many other AI app builders overwhelm you with 1,000 panels and a crap ton of features you don't even need yet. As you finish typing in your prompt, you may have noticed the push your code to GitHub button. When you push your project there, it means that not only can you keep your own copy, but you can also work with a developer and continue building outside Emergent. You can also set it to either private or public mode. Many no-code platforms make it difficult to export your code because they want you to stay locked into their service. So the good thing about Emergent is that it's actually more open. Another good thing about pushing your code to GitHub is that it allows forking. That sounds like some kind of swear word, but it's a good thing, I promise. You see, forking creates a separate version of the current project conversation. It allows you to experiment with a different feature or design direction, preserve the original version, compare approaches without undoing previous work, and test risky changes. And the ability to upload to GitHub is available on all paid plans. Obviously, as with most AI app builders, the free version is just good enough to test 1 or 2 prompts before the credits run out. And once you click upgrade inside the account, you're presented with Emergent's pricing and plans. You can choose between monthly and annual billing and purchase additional credits as needed. You can access the available deal inside your account after you sign up through the link. Once you've got that sorted, it's time for the preview. Emergent gives you a clear 5 to 10 minute estimate for the first preview, which is actually reassuring because some other AI app builders leave you on a loading screen for what seems like an eternity. But once the preview appears, make sure to click through the core interface and test it. Click every button, and I mean every button. You can never be too safe. And if you want users to have a seamless experience, well, you're gonna have to do some spam clicking. However, if you do want something changed, like a button, a card, or a section, you can prompt the AI directly from the preview instead of returning to the main chat and most likely forgetting what you were gonna ask. This way you can make smaller corrections more precisely without the need for a broad regeneration. Now, if we circle back to coding and return to the workspace, we can see the front end and back end files after each development step. This is actually the first AI app builder where I've seen the entire backend structure presented this clearly after every single step. I don't need to be a developer to build the app, but I can inspect what the AI does after each prompt I enter. And the code can be copied, edited, exported, or handed to a developer. This is by far the strongest evidence that Emergent is building a transferable project rather than locking users into a visual editor. Again, you can try all of this out by clicking the link in the description and logging in from there. Now, this wouldn't be a how to use Emergent AI tutorial without mentioning the integrations. There are quite a lot of integrations, but I'll talk about some of the most relevant ones, such as Stripe. Stripe allows the app to accept card payments, subscriptions, or one-time purchases. This will come in handy if you plan to start an e-commerce business without building an entire payment system yourself. Another cool integration is authentication, which allows different users to have their own accounts, or in my case, private inventories and team roles instead of everyone using one public dashboard. File and media storage is another must for me. I'll let my team upload equipment photos, receipts, and serial numbers, along with damage reports or even rental documents. And of course, there are AI integrations. OpenAI, Anthropic, and Gemini can be really helpful with automatically categorizing the equipment. All in all, I'd say that the Emergent AI website builder is more than a simple demo. Not only can you add integrations and customize the app however you'd like, but you can also inspect the front end and back end code, edit it, and even push it to GitHub. This way, your project can grow outside of the platform from the very beginning. Sure, it's a bit slower than some competitors, and you really need to manage your prompts to avoid wasting credits, but in the end, I'd say it's worth it. So I hope you enjoyed this how to make an app with AI tutorial. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and if you've tried Emergent yourself, leave your experience in the comment section. See you in the next one.